I'm James from Better Music, and this is Simon Ayton from Roland Sydney, and we're going to check out some sampling power of the SPD-SX.
And why not, seeing as it's called a sampler, so let's actually sample something. So what I've got here is something fun. Bernard Purdy, who's a fantastic drummer that you probably know from bands like Steely Dan. He was a big session drummer, but he also played some fantastic, different styles of music, always with a fantastic groove. And I've got a little snippet here of him on YouTube doing a basic drum lesson, and there's everything he says is sampleable. So if you can use that term, so I'm going to grab something of him talking. So I'm going to basically connect the output of the iPad into the audio input on the back of the sample pad. We've got a mic in, but also we have line inputs as well. So I'm going to use the line inputs. I've already set up my level to make sure it's not clipping, so that's ready to go. And I'm just going to hit sampling on the front. And I'm going to use multi-sampling mode, which lets me put a different sample on each of the pads. So I'll hit the pad to start recording, and then I'll hit it again to stop recording. I can also just continue by hitting pads, and it will record a new bit into each one of the pads. So it's pretty fun. I've got my audio queued up now, and I'm going to start recording by hitting enter. It's now ready to start recording. It says hit pad, and I'm going to press play here, and then I'm going to start sampling.
Well, time to take you on a journey of some 16th notes. And we're going to have a little fun with this, because this one has the tendency to have a certain kind of flavor of easiness. And it goes something like this. I want to, you know what to do.
Okay, so we've stopped my recording now. I don't need that running anymore. And here are my samples.
Well, time to take you on a journey of some 16th notes. And we're going to have a little fun and it goes, I want to, you know what to do. And it goes something like.
So it's cool fun. I can actually grab a little phrase from that, like a drum loop or just the little drum fill, and actually use that in something that I'm playing on the kit, which can be great fun to play along with. I can also trim up all of the samples as well. So you notice the first one, there's a bit of a gap before it starts. That's because there's a bit of silence at the start. But I can see that on the screen, and I've got a waveform editor, which allows me to then go through and adjust it so that it starts exactly from the start of the sample. So I'll just trim up the start, and I'll play it back. There it is.
Time to take you on. Well.
So it's really easy to use. You don't need to use a computer to do your sampling and editing. And once they're done, I can save them to the internal memory just by hitting enter, and they go into the internal memory. You've got 3.5 hours of recording in there.
So this would be a really great tool for DJs to try and incorporate some live aspects to their show. They can load up their own samples to it. How would you load up your own samples from your hard disk to your SPD-SX?
Yeah, well, it's really straightforward. The beauty of it is it has a USB port, so you just connect standard USB lead between this and your computer, and then any samples you have on your hard disk you can drag across to the SPD-SX using a little program that we give you for free with it called Wave Manager, which lets you manage your samples. So you can drag them both ways. Something I've done on the SPD-SX I can save onto my hard disk, or the other way around, drag something onto the sample pad. When you disconnect it, it's ready to go. You don't need to go through a save or a dump process or anything like that, so it's really straightforward. And also when it's connected to the computer, it acts as an audio interface as well.
All right, thanks Simon for that great demonstration.
Worries.
I'm James from Better Music. Come check out our great store and our amazing online website. Play us out, mate.
Okay.
I want to, you know what to do.